Testimony begins today in the civil trial against former President Trump. Former advice columnist E. Jean Carroll says that he raped her in a department store dressing room nearly 30 years ago. Now, the lawsuit also claims the former president defamed Carroll on social media after she went public with the story in 2019. Trump denies all accusations. So CBS News investigative reporter Graham Cates is outside of the courthouse in New York. All right, so here we go. Opening statements have begun. This is a civil trial, not a criminal trial because of the statute of limitations. What did we hear from E. Jean Carroll's lawyer?
So they walked through what she said was this attack that happened almost 30 years ago, as you said, in a Bergdorf Goodman department store. She said that her attorney said that E. Jean Carroll and Donald Trump kind of bumped into each other. And at first they were having friendly, joking banter. He called her the advice lady. She called him the real estate tycoon. But they said quite suddenly it became very serious. They said that in a dressing room, he pushed her against a wall and sexually assaulted her. Of course, that's an allegation that he denies. And then they walked through how he responded after she went public with this story back in 2019. They focused on one particular thing. When he said, "She's not my type," they said later in this trial we're going to see a portion of a deposition where he's shown a photo of himself and his wife, his ex-wife, Marla Maples. He showed a photo of himself and E. Jean Carroll and mistakenly identifies E. Jean Carroll as his ex-wife, Marla Maples. Sorry about that.
Yes.
And they said, that's emblematic of the fact that they say that statement that he made and others related to this just simply weren't true.
Right. All right. She may have been your type 30 years ago. Let's talk about what we heard from his attorneys, though, because obviously the former president denies these accusations.
That's right. And Trump's attorney, Joe Tacopina, said, what they're asking you to do is believe the unbelievable. He said this story simply isn't true. He said something that we've heard before, which is that, she was unable to say the exact year that it happened or identify the season of the year that it happened. They pointed to things in the story that they say point to it not necessarily being true. They said it's unbelievable that the department store was so empty at the time. And they've said basically that she's doing this because she wants money and fame. But of course, those are allegations that E. Jean Carroll denies as well.
So, there's a lower sort of level, I think, of proof because this is a civil trial versus a criminal trial. But you got to admit, it's got to be pretty challenging. This is an incident that happened 30 years ago. What can we expect from the trial today?
Okay, I see.
So we're going to hear from the first witnesses today. They haven't said specifically who that person or those people are going to be, but we know generally who E. Jean Carroll's side intends to call throughout this trial. We expect to hear from at least one employee from the department store. We expect to hear from two friends who she says she told about this at the time. And of course, on Trump's side, they want to call into question that story that she told her friends about this. And then we expect to hear from two other women who say that they have stories of being assaulted by former President Trump.
Do we expect that we will hear from E. Jean Carroll or Mr. Trump at all?
It's likely that E. Jean Carroll will be called as a witness in this. They've said that she may be called to tell her story herself. That said, her team has said they're unlikely to call former President Trump. And former President Trump team, they haven't quite said we're not going to call him. In fact, they actually have till the end of the week, according to the judge, to say that so that they can make some security preparations. But they've indicated that it's unlikely. At one point, they asked the judge, can you read to the jury that former President Trump isn't being called because he's trying to spare New York City the security and logistical costs? And that's something the judge looks like he's not willing to do. But so at this point, they haven't quite committed to saying that they won't call him. As recently as yesterday, they said that they're not sure. But the indications so far are that that's not going to happen.
All right, Graham. Thank you very much.
Thank you.